Let's talk about some issues of the week. The NDAA, the House is going to take up and pass the FY26 National Defense Authorization Act. I want to thank Chairman Mike Rogers and all the House Armed Services Committee for their diligent work on the legislation. We are providing for the common defense, and as we know, that's one of our most basic governing duties here in Congress, and on this side of the aisle, we take it very seriously. The sad fact is that 4 years under President Biden left our military's readiness in a very troubled state. Thankfully, President Trump has reinstituted the doctrine of peace through strength, and that will maintain America's dominance in a very dangerous world. This year's NDAA lays out policies to defend our nation. It supports our brave service members, and it safeguards the country from threats abroad. It also codifies a number of President Trump's executive orders related to national defense. There's 17 of them in the bill. Here's a couple of examples. It codifies executive orders to end radical and wasteful government DEI programs, reinvigorate the nuclear industrial base, unleash American drone dominance, secure American borders, end CRT in our military schools, and reform the federal hiring process and restore merit to government service, among many others. The safety and security of the American people, our homeland, and our troops abroad is our utmost priority, and this must-pass legislation delivers on every front. Speaking of foreign affairs, bless you, it's more important than ever that America maintains a posture of strength because others in the West are flirting with surrender. This week, international leaders will convene at the UN General Assembly in New York, and we'll be watching if close allies like France and Canada and the UK move ahead with plans to recognize a Palestinian state. It's equally baffling as it is deeply troubling to have this idea that you would reward Hamas with statehood before they've returned every hostage. What message does that send to would-be terrorists and tyrants around the world? If you rape and murder and abduct innocent civilians and then cause enough suffering among your own people, then the free world will somehow reward you with international legitimacy? We can't do that. And I can tell you that President Trump and Republicans in Congress have been very clear that rewarding the carnage that took place on October 7th is a non-starter. It's unacceptable. With regard to government funding, very quickly, and then we'll take questions, House Republicans continue to work through regular order to fund the government for FY26, for the next fiscal year. We're working closely with the White House and the Senate to ensure we meet our deadlines, and Chairman Cole, Tom Cole of the Appropriators, continues to diligently work towards getting all 12 bills out of committee. And they're almost done with that. And as we get closer to the funding deadline, though, we recognize the shutdown chatter from the left is growing louder. Some of these people seem to enjoy this. It seems Democrats may take the path of maximum resistance and try to shut the government down. It's not surprising because they're struggling, because they don't really have a message or a leader, or their party registration is falling, their approval ratings are in the low 20s, and they're about to elect a Marxist to be the mayor of New York City. They are desperately searching for a solution, and some in the party apparently think a government shutdown would be some sort of political advantage to them. It'd be what we all know is dangerous and harmful to millions of Americans, and that is not the answer. So I'm going to say this again, and I'm saying it in good faith. I've shared this with the Democrat leader in the House and other colleagues. If Democrats are willing to work with us, we have our sleeves rolled up, and we want to do this in good faith. We just have to think responsibly how to spend less money than we did last year. And if they're willing to do that, and it's incumbent upon all of us to do it with the high national debt, we're open to that. But the ultimate question of whether there's going to be a government shutdown at the end of the month is going to be up to congressional Democrats, and that's just the way it is.